Welcome to Commercial Real Estate Pro Network CRE PN Radio. Thanks for joining us. My name is Jay Darren Gross. This is the podcast focused on commercial real estate, investment, and risk management strategies. Weekly, we have conversations with commercial real estate investors and professionals who provide their experience and insight to help you grow your real estate portfolio. Today, my guest is a returning guest, Vinney Chopra. Vinney is a real estate investor. He's a syndicator. He's an author. He's gone full cycle on multiple syndications. And in just a few minutes, we're going to talk to him about the new venture he's invested in, which is the senior multifamily living, and why senior living multifamily is so essential. But first, if you like our show, there's a couple things you can do to help. One, you can like, share, and subscribe to our podcast. And if you're inclined, please consider leaving a comment. We'd love to hear from our listeners. Also, if you'd like to see how handsome our guests are, be sure to check out our YouTube channel. And you can find us on YouTube at Commercial Real Estate Pro Network. And while you're there, please subscribe. With that, I want to welcome back my guest, Vinney. Welcome back to CREPN Radio.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Darren. It's such a pleasure. I'm so tickled we are on the show again. And thank you for inviting me. I know you have done quite a few really great shows. Last year also we did it, and even a year before. So I'm back with you. I'm so glad. Yes.
Yeah, we have actually, if the listeners or viewers are interested, if they go to YouTube, there's actually, I've got a playlist that's got all the Vinney interviews we've done, and we've covered a number of topics over the years. We've gotten into multiple topics on multifamily. We've done how the numbers work, syndication, buy-sell agreements, operation. I think the list is extensive, and it's definitely an educational platform I encourage anybody to go check out. But today, you've been very, very busy. I mean, we were just talking before I pushed the record button. Here we are. We're recording this today. It's October 14th, 2020. We all know that 2020 has been a humdinger of a year as far as all the challenges with COVID and that. But you, while sitting in your home or at your, I mean, you virtually not traveled at all.
Not at all. Zero.
But right before COVID, you were like a globe trotter. You were like, I mean, I remember seeing pictures all over the globe. You weren't you traveling all over?
We were in Ecuador, you're right, Darren, and also Amazon and Galapagos. Thank goodness, my wife and I, we love to travel. We had 6 trips planned this year yet, after our Amazon travel, because it's our 40th wedding anniversary. So we started planning this year to be the best year in travel. Every 2 months, we were going to be gone away, right? But we did get 1 trip in. And as soon as we came back, we had to cancel all them because of COVID-19. But my life, I always believe whatever is happening, it's going to happen. So never fret about it. Never think a second, that what if, So even our children were going to go with us this year, Neil and Monica, in several of the trips, and we had paid a lot of monies and everything. But you know what? We'll do it next year or the year after. Who cares, right? So the attitude that, hey, we are here. Let's make the best of it. That's what it really got me going. And I, started 2 new companies. I also did the branding company, and then we got the hospitality, and then the senior living, which we're going to talk about it today.
Yeah, I was going to say, but while maybe the world has been in a little bit of a pause, you've had the accelerator to the floor. I mean, you have literally been tearing it up. And let's talk a little bit about what you've done here. You mentioned you've done, how many syndications have you done this year?
I've done 33 so far. So I did 28 as of last December. Many of you might know. Then I did 1 more, just recently bought a $35 million deal in Austin, which was very good, 308 units with my partner, actually, Sapan and his team. I love to work with them, where we bought 52 million last year and then 35 million in December. But then our new partner, Shahid Imran, who is a very good partner, and in senior living that we have been talking, and now we are really, together. So I did 4 syndications for that. So that's why it is 29 plus 4 is 33 syndications.
Wow. So let's talk about your senior living, what you're doing in senior living.
Surely, actually, I've been thinking about senior living for the last 3 years. 3 years, because when I read lots of articles, I read a lot, by the way. I listen a lot, read a lot, look at where the trends are. The Big Shift book came, and I started reading it, how everything is merging down south into, Florida's and Arizona's, how the population, there is silver tsunami going through USA and the world. Which really caught my attention is 10,000 baby boomers like me are turning 65 every midnight. Every midnight, 10,000 of them. And that's like almost 60 some million, at 65 plus right now. In 30 years, there'll be 100 million. Hold on. So everybody's aging in USA. Now 85 and above, that's another statistic, almost 5 or 6 million are right now. They're going to grow to 20 million.
20,
So
you're saying there'll be 20 million that are 85
plus, 85 plus.
Wow.
20 million in the next 30, 40 years. I mean, it's tremendous that it's so much demand is going to be there in real estate. See, we are in real estate. So we need to really look into the forward looking. Where is the demand coming? Where are the demographical shifts happening? Why, we should be in this market is because there'll be so much shortage of housing in the senior with the 85 plus and 75 plus and 65 plus. So that's why we decided. I've been sending messages out in the universe. Let's just say that. I believe in law of attraction, the secret and everything, manifestation. And then I find John Rusin, my good buddy, and he's brother of Josh Rusin, and he joined my VP of the academy. And I said, John, I really want to get into senior living. He says, Vinney, you're going to talk to my buddy I went to school with, Shahid Imran. He's been building senior living luxury kind for the last 10 years. I said, what? Here, I never knew Shahid at all. He comes in my lab and we do few Zooms, and his passion is to build the best of the best of the best for such reasonable price. And look at that. Rest is history. So we have started already within few months, $100 million worth of senior living, ground up, 100 million.
Ground up. So this is a little different than just buying something that is an existing product and adding value to it. You're starting from a raw, just a piece of dirt, and you're going through the whole process.
You're so right, Darren. So essentially what I'm learning right now, and I'm a student of anything. I mean, I really believe that, when I don't study, when I don't learn, I die. That's my thinking is so essentially you're right. It's like buying a land, first doing a lot of studies, find out where the needs will be, where seniors are going, what's the population of 85 plus, 80, 85, then find out what's out there in that marketplace, right? Like market comparison, very similar multifamily, like I buy those, right? But the biggest thing I love in this market is I don't have to go after jobs, which I've been chasing for 14 years. If
Right.
people lose job, I have to give concessions, I have to delinquencies. I mean, we have turnover, a lot of things are happening, right? But in the assisted living, when we build it ground up, it's class A plus. It has zero deferred maintenance. It's got everything brand new appliances, everything new, air conditioning, you name it, right? And no turnover, no delinquency, and no concessions. And the rents are 4 times. Hold on. So expenses there because we have a commercial kitchen in all our facilities. We have 2 chefs. We have restaurant style dining, restaurant style, 5-star restaurant in the place. We have movie theaters, we have spas, we have salons, we have meeting rooms, we have billiard rooms, we have got pianos. I mean, there is a nightlife right in that multifamily for seniors. We have one story. There are 4 to 6 courtyards. Hold on, courtyards where people can go out and really enjoy the fresh breath air. No elevators.
Hmm.
7 acres of land for only 88 units. 7 acre. So
Wow.
we are just building this Taj Mahal in all these different communities where people have very old, stinking, very old style, 2, 3, 4 story buildings. And our residents are not getting the same kind of service and the food and everything like we do. And we have our own transportation, buses, everything. I mean, you name it.
So you are also not, you're, this is not just a quote landlord, you are the operator, which you mentioned the kitchen facility, but is there any care that's built into that as
It
well?
is. It's a
Okay.
total care. This is assisted senior living luxury and memory care and memory
Okay.
care.
Okay.
So about out of 80, 88 or 92 units, about 68 or so are or 70, yeah, 68 are regular assisted living. Then we have a memory care also, right, in the same building. So that because when people are that old, 80, 85, they will probably our average stay is 2.4. We manage all our communities also, just like we've been vertically integrated in my life for multifamily. We have the same procedure here. Caregivers, we have 55 caregivers for 88 residents. Hold on,
Oh, wow.
55. It's a 3 shift. See, it's a around
Okay.
the clock, and it's caregiving, and it's like the bathing and medicine and all those. But it's not acute nursing home. It's not rehab center. There are no doctors. So
Right.
we have had zero COVID effect and zero death in our
Wow.
facilities, which Imran has built, and we manage 7 of them right now. 7 of them. He's built 21 of them you know
Wow.
so he's really done this over and over again. He's got the general contractors, he's got the whole recipe, right? So it's just my good fortune that I found him through John, and now we are in partnership together like anything. I'm the money raiser. We can raise hundreds of millions of dollars. Next year my goal is $100 million to raise, and we're going to be building 6 to 10 of these facilities every year for the next 10 years.
Wow.
Yes, yes,
That's
yes.
awesome. And where all are you doing this? Where you
You
mentioned
know,
a Sunbelt kind of thing.
you're
Where?
right. See, because as the age gets, that 80, 85, or 90, gravitation is that the seniors have a better lifestyle in the warmer climate, warmer climate. So that's why we are going in Virginia, in Florida, all over the place, Texas. We're going big time in Texas. It's hot there. Arizona, even coming up here in the Bay Area, where in my backyard, and then coming to Washington, where you are, Portland, Washington, because a lot of seniors are retiring. And my partner built in Michigan because he's from Michigan. So if anybody wants to check us out, Hampton Manor, just Google it. Hampton Manor is our brand. And Michigan, just say Michigan. You will find there are like 17 different towns in Michigan where there is a Hampton Manor in every town.
Oh, that's fascinating. So now, is this are your plans to build and hold, build, operate, and hold, or is this a like a sale? Is there an exit date, like in a traditional syndication?
Good point. Good point. Darren, I'm an engineer, right? I always think and I see, okay, how I'm going to sell it to my present investors, right? I have, with the grace of God, I still have 168. Now I have 207. I think I just saw our list growing like crazy through ClickFunnels and branding and everything. So we do 3-point contact and meet with them. And then in the future, when the deal comes, we offer, right? Just like syndication is done. The good part is that I knew that it's a ground up construction. my investors in multifamily for the last 13 years have been wanting to get cash flow from day one. I close on the deal and I start paying them cash flow every quarter from the day of the closing, right? So I had to come up with a better plan to tell them first year it's dirt. So I've been using the word dirt, dirt, dirt. And they understand that. They say, no, don't worry about it because we'll give you monthly review of what's happening with your money, with the ground being broken and bulldozers and drone footage of foundation and everything. So we got it all planned where people can go log into our Appfolio website. They could see everything happening with their money. Then second year, they get not 7% return, giving them 10% or 11% return, cash flow,
Wow.
because we build it in 12 months. We build it and then we start managing it. Actually, we are 50% occupied the day we open because we have a marketing arm that goes and advertises locally and everything, and we get executive directors hired and everything. Marketing starts, and then by the time we do ribbon cutting for opening, we have 50% already leased, pre-leased, which is
Wow.
unheard of, by the way.
That's
And
awesome.
within 9 months, we are 100% full, 100% full.
No, that's awesome. So the target market you mentioned 85 to 90. Is that kind of the age of the
It
occupants? Is
is.
that the
It
okay?
is. See, what happens, Darren, is to your audience to assisted senior living, as the word says, it's not independent living. It's not living in your own home, right? If you don't need assistance, you could live in your own home, right? As long as whatever age. But if a spouse passes away, we find that the degradation of the life starts to happen. People need that somebody significant, somebody they could talk to and
Yep.
live with. I mean, get to know and have a social life is the word, right? Social life. And then if they cannot cook, that's another trouble. And then if they cannot take medicine and properly and all that, or if they had a slip and fall, wow. So then families get together and they say, you know what, mom and dad, you got to get into assisted living. So they start looking for within the 20, 30-mile radius where they've been living to see where is a good place to go, right? So that's what we do. In our case, we don't take any medical, any Medicare, no nothing, because our facility is for regular people. We don't charge 7,000, 10,000 at all a month at all. It's luxury at a budget, we call it, because we charge only 3,800 to 4,500, depending on the level of service, which includes 3 meals, snacks, and the use of, of course, all the utilities paid, their linen, their laundry, everything is taken care except the cell phone. That's the only thing. Entertainment, ADLs, activities of daily living, all that done. Caregiving is all included in there. Transportation is all included in there in that price. So that's what we provide to our seniors. And they have to do the due diligence. We have to check their health, full health, because we had zero COVID effect, because we are so particular and we locked down. Even the families could not beat their parents. We made it sure because we didn't want anybody to die.
Right.
So
Right.
they have been doing these birthdays through the window. Hold on. Through the window, through videos and all that. So we have been very, very particular. Now we have done quarantine. One segment of our building, we somehow planned it where it's an independent unit with kitchenette and everything. So we are able to put plexiglass, and the families have to show 14 days of negative to see their family, to their mom and dad. And we were even noticed by Governor of Florida. Hold on, cutting edge. So in
Wow.
our side, we were the first one. Cape Coral, if you Google us, Cape Coral of Hampton Manor of Cape Coral, we were in the news. And then we did the same thing in Michigan. So we got recognized because we are on the cutting edge in making sure that we are able to follow the CDC guidelines, lockdown, zero death, zero COVID effect. So we are just very, very particular because this age is like that. And our residents live in our communities for 2.4 years average. So it's not the working class who come in and out. Turnover is so strong, right? In our case, they come in, then they are there for life. I mean, we want them to live 4, 5, 6 years. Even their families tell us that, oh, my mom and dad have gained 10 pounds, which
Yeah.
is good thing, which is good
Yeah.
thing, because we are very particular about the five-star dining. Five-star dining. It's not the same food which is made for everybody and everybody gets eat. No, no, no. It's made to order
Oh, that's great.
by the head chef and the junior chefs and all, and served in a beautiful dining. I just sent you that movie of the place, so you will see that, right? The whole movie we put together. We're putting it on YouTube soon so that we could share with the world. Yeah,
Wow, it's fascinating. I mean, from being more of a an apartment operator with the general population, where you were, like you said, you were constantly chasing jobs. Where are the jobs? Where are the jobs? Where are the jobs? Now your view is totally different. So where are the seniors, right? I mean,
yeah.
where's the
I
need?
don't need any jobs. I need
Yeah,
retirement communities and the lakes and very good lifestyle and where the seniors would like to move. And, where there is need will be there, where there's need.
well,
So we do capture rate. I want to share that. Capture rate is because our product takes 6 to 9 months, sometimes 12 months to pass the ordinances, to get the permits, to get the architectural drawings. So, and then we take about a year to build it. So we are looking into the future, 2 years from today, to bring a product out. So we have to be very careful with our millions that we spend our own millions to do all these things. So, it sounds easy, but it's not that easy. I just want to mention everybody. But the good part is the rewards are there.
no, that's fascinating, and I think the thing that I'm most impressed by is just all the success you've had with multifamily syndication, and now you found this new kind of a vein of opportunity with the senior living, and it sounds like it's even that much more
Yeah.
based on what you have available or what you're working with.
So true, Darren. And it's good for next 40 years. I won't be alive. I'm 68, right? So I'll be 108. Maybe
Yeah,
I'll be one in my
yeah.
facility. It's
See you
quite
in the dining
possible.
room, right?
You and I both,
Yeah,
keep
there you go.
playing bridge and cards and billiards. I mean, so we are putting pianos, we are putting all these great things, movie theater right inside this, place, salons and beauty, and the small dining places and just, sitting down in the cafe and the bistro and going to the swimming pool and doing putting green. Every single one has putting green also, and waterfall functions and everything, so that they could really enjoy the life. Our motto is to spoil the generation that has spoiled us. So that's
No,
our
that's great.
time.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, just the numbers. I mean, you mentioned 2.5 years average stay. The I'm just thinking about the type of tenant. I don't imagine they're too tough or rough on the property. The ability to the need for touch up or whatever when you
See?
do have somebody move out. I
Yeah.
mean, I can't
So
imagine being very.
minimum. So
Yeah, yeah.
minimum. You're right, Darren. And
Wow.
these are specially designed communities that we build with high ceilings, right?
Hmm.
And also the doors are wider and everything. And within the apartment, you don't need too many doors because they are so frail. The age group is 80, 84, 85 to 90 to 100. So they just should be able to go in and out, as you'll see in the movie. So we have just perfected what it should be, and they love it. Yeah.
No, that's great. I'm so happy for you and congratulations on all your success there. That's awesome.
Thank you. And we are coming out with the book too, by the way. I do want
Yeah.
to let the audience know this book did really well. And if you have not seen it, please do go. And if my Spanish, partners and readers, please go ahead and look at Spanish version of the same book. And then my other book came out, which is The Positivity Brings Profitability. Again, please look at my third book is coming on investing in senior living made easy.
No, that's
So
going to be
we'll be
the
teaching everybody what senior living is about, why we feel so compelled that we want to be in this market, along with others. So I have about 4 businesses right now, 6 actually. Anyway, it is buying apartments, which I'll keep on buying, B class, B plus, in good growth areas, just like I've been chasing that. The other thing is my hospitality, because we just bought Hilton Garden Inn. We'll be buying Marriott's and Comfort Inn. We are looking into now with COVID, we'll have even better deals come on our table. So we'll be buying them, with my partners. Then my other business is senior living ground up. So that is the one we just shared. And it's a 3-year hold and everything. We are not selling any securities. But if you're interested, just reach out to Darren or myself, and so on. Third one is we becoming a REIT. What is that? Because Imran, our partner, was selling after all this hard work and running the operation and everything. Guess who was buying them? REITs or some big fund or something. Then he sat down with them 2 months back, I think. They said, Imran, we want to make you a partner with us. That's what he said. He said, really? Okay, how does it work? He realized quickly he was going to get peanuts, just like 10% in the whole REIT. Here he could get whole 100 or 50% with me, 50-50, right? So he said, Mr. Chopra, we're not going to sell nobody nothing. We're going to keep them ourselves. So that's what we are doing now. So we'll be buying everything we are building, we're cashing out our investors after 3 years, so 2.5 years, get new investors in for the next 5 to 7 years, and then flip it again, get another LLC. The exciting part is, Darren, you're ready? You do cost segregation every single time. When you sell it
yeah,
up,
new entity, right?
new entity,
Yeah, new
brand new
entity. Yeah.
entity, you do cost segregation. Then you
Yeah.
do a flip again, sell it to yourself for another entity, do cost segregation again. And
Yeah.
this way I can give my investors so much money back. And then they could even do 1031. So never have to pay any taxes at all, ever. They just keep on going from one to next to next to next.
No, that's awesome. Well, you keep figuring out the ways to make the money rain. That's awesome. So that's great. Hey, Vinney, before we wrap up here, I always like to ask people about risk.
Mhm.
I think you were one of the first guys I asked it, but it's been a while, so I'm going to see if you don't mind. I always like to let people know that by day I'm an insurance broker,
Mhm.
and we assess risk. That's what we do with our clients, and we look to see if what we can do to manage the risk. And there's a couple of different strategies we look at. We first look to see if we can avoid the risk.
Yeah.
If we can't do that, we look to see if we can minimize the risk. And then if neither of those are an option, we look to see if we can transfer the risk. And that's what an insurance policy is. And I like to ask my guests if they can look at their situation, whether it be their clients, their investors, the tenants, market, however they want to frame the answer. But if you can identify what you consider to be the biggest risk, and just for clarity, I'm not necessarily looking for an insurance-related answer, but if you are inclined, Vinney, I would love to
I would
hear
love
from
to.
you what
I would love.
you, Vinney Chopra, consider to be the biggest risk.
I'm so glad. I mean, I've raised 140 million. I was just counting with my wife. My wife is my investor relations. As many of you know, our daughter Monica is now VP of operation, and we just grown so much. But the key thing is, as the investors give you money, Darren, they want to know, Vinny, what if you die tomorrow, right? So we have to really, as business owners, and I'll highly recommend everybody listening to us to really sit down with Darren or anybody who can really take you and tell you what are the risks involved in your business. It could be your death. It could be your transferring of the wealth, right? It could be like we are into ground up constructions. What are the different risks involved when the GC runs out or runs away or doesn't have or slip and fall and anything, fire is there or wrong mechanical systems are put in. So those things are very, very important. Of course, buying the multifamily, the renters insurance is so huge. Not only that, also the property has to be properly insured, and the lawsuits and the director's insurance. I mean, I had 3 or 4 lawsuits in the last 12 years, and I cleaned up. I totally didn't have to pay. Even $3 million lawsuit was going on with me. Mediation came, and the insurance settled for 500,000. I think I have to pay zero money. If I had really said, hey, I'm totally bankrupt, I wouldn't be bankrupt. But the thing was, I just didn't let it bother me. I just kept on going in my thing. I knew my insurance company is going to take care of me, right? So it's very important that we get the best of the best. And, like the GL, general liability, right? Umbrella policies on every property. I've had $6 million to $10 million, even the smallest of the smallest properties, because I believe paying that small premium is well worth the nighttime sleep, which I like to have really good sleep. And then it takes the risks away. I got racial discrimination lawsuit. I got mechanical lien on property. So things like those happen, right, Darren? Yeah.
Yep. No, they do. They do.
Yeah.
So, no, I
So
appreciate you
yeah.
highlighting the insurance aspect of that. That's always nice.
Totally, Darren. Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to spend time with you. And I hope if anybody would love to find out more about senior living investing and so forth through Darren, please call Darren and we will, touch base together.
Well, and Vinny, for the listeners, where can they go to find more, learn more about you?
I have actually, I'm all over the internet. I don't do nothing. I just get up in the morning. I'm all over with the posts because my branding company, I pay them some money in Pune, India. They're in here using them too. And they do all the things for me. But just Google me, Vinney Chopra. I have 3 websites now. One is vinneychopra.com, VINNEY Chopra.com. Monil Invest, that's kids' name, Monica and Neil, invest.com. Then my third website, which is getting me so many great investors, is seniorlivinginvesting.co. Seniorlivinginvesting.co, or Senior Living Investing Made Easy, the new book that we are coming out with. We have taken the website domain on that one also. So that, yeah.
Awesome. I will list all of those in the show notes, and I appreciate you doing this, Vinny. I always enjoy the opportunity to talk to you and learn. You always come with great lessons, and I look forward to doing it again soon.
Totally, Darren. God bless you, your family, and stay healthy, stay safe. This COVID is going to pass, but let's just use this time to grow our businesses and to learn more and be more passionate about life, because I can spend more time. What a great thing with lunch and dinner and, breakfast with my wife and kids and, do the kind of things we always wanted to do. And that can be right now. So God has given us an opportunity. It's the silver lining in the dark cloud we should always look for.
Well, amen to that. For our listeners, if you like this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Remember, the more you know, the more you grow. That's all we've got this week. Until next time, thanks for listening to Commercial Real Estate Pro Network's CREPN Radio.